Hello, I'm John Quackenboss, and this is Dennis Stone. We're with L&Q International, and we're here today to present a series of products and packages and processes that we have developed using chemical products that will largely stabilize and waterproof soils. At present, Dennis Stone is going to be talking to you about the products and the processes, and I'll join you in a minute for the packages.
Great. As John is saying, we really try to organize it very simple to understand packages and the products. One thing we have as our base is going to be our products, and we'll talk more about that later. Right now, though, what we do is we've developed ways of taking these various products to do things like waterproof dirt, harden it, prevent dust and erosion, and stuff. You can also build roads with them, and put it into various ways, building heavy-duty roads, light roads, erosion control, dust control, and also another technology is compressed earthen blocks. One of the consistent themes with our product is that it's sustainable, meaning it's you can renew it because you're using very low cost-effective additives. It's also environmentally friendly. Everything we have has been tested with EPA, so you're not going to leave behind some toxic waste. These products and these packages enable the indigenous personnel, indigenous people to basically build their own villages, to maintain their roads, to improve their agriculture. Okay? I'd like to maybe step aside back here and give a little more detail on what some of these products and processes do. The material I'm going to show you more available on our website. We have on the compressed earthen block, the various product is available there. I won't go into too much right now, but you can find us at www.l-q-international.com. One of the products we have been around for a while is called compressed earthen block. One of the, but the only real disadvantage of this product is that water will erode it. We've developed a methodology of putting on a water repellent, which makes this now repel water. You can see the water will bead right up on it. So it makes it useful in all sorts of terrain. Again, using our additives to take an existing product and make it better. We have another product called water repel. You can take regular soil, treat it hard as a rock, and you can put this, like for example, under the soil layer where you have a problem with water soaking the soil under irrigation ditches, and so the water will not be absorbed. Other products, one called Permazyme, and we have a patented process for using this. You take regular dirt, it hardens it right up, and you can make all-weather roads of this. It costs at many multiples less conventional techniques. Another advantage of this is that this technique allows the local people to maintain the roads, and it's basically renewable and again very ecologically friendly.
Following Dennis's introduction on L&Q's products and the processes that we use these products in to build roads and homes and other structures, I'd like to talk to you now about a containerized product that we've got that combines all of the products and all of the equipment necessary to put these processes into use. We call these community development packages, and we have 4 of them. The first one is in medical, in which case we've got a complete clinic that is outfitted in a 20-foot Connex ready to be deployed on trailers. The second one is a module for repairing roads. The third is for agricultural assistance, and the fourth is for vertical building structures. And as you see, they have many common components, including tillers and soil shredders and compactors and the block machines, but we're able to go on and put all of the product into a 20-foot container and ship it out either by sea or by air into a community, and it is totally transportable. Training we provide outside of Memphis, Tennessee. We have a farm property 30 minutes outside of Memphis, so with a train-the-trainer model and a foreign partner, we're able to handle the distribution network of the products, the repair of any equipment, as well as the training of people within a village to use these innovative products in building traditional structures that are necessary. Thank you very much.
Good morning and welcome to the Shelter Box display. I think we're the only organization participating in this event whose main focus is to give our product away. Our goal, of course, is to raise money to send green boxes like the one you see here to disaster areas around the world. Each shelter box provides shelter, a water purification solution, cooking capabilities, basic family needs for a family of up to 10 people for a period of 12 to 18 months following a natural disaster or a conflict situation. This is a project that was started by a Rotarian in Cornwall, England in the year 2000 when he convinced his Rotary Club board that the Rotary Club of Helsing Lizard in Cornwall, England, should become a force in disaster response around the world. A challenging goal. 12 years later, the project has delivered over 120,000 boxes around the world in 80 countries and areas and served over 1 million people. I would say at this point that Tom's goal has been at least modestly achieved, but we've got a long way to go. We never leave a disaster having served everybody who was displaced, so there's still a long way to raise our capacity. The project is based out of Cornwall, England. It's $1,000 to sponsor a complete box, which includes the cost of the materials, the warehousing and inventory costs, the cost to transport boxes as quickly as possible from Cornwall to wherever in the world the disaster is. And we also pay the expenses for the volunteers who give their time, who've been through our training program. They go with the boxes to make sure that we get control of the boxes when we arrive in country, to manage the process of getting access to the country so that we can move around freely, paying whatever customs duties and other charges may be incurred, and then figuring out the answer to how do we move the boxes from the safe drop point from the shipper into the middle of the disaster area as quickly as possible. Sometimes the International Rotary Network is a key element of that, helping our volunteers around the world to deploy the boxes and to ease their transition as they move around in an unfamiliar country. Would you like to come inside and take a look? I have a simple display of some of the elements that would be included in a shelter box typically. We have a cook stove. The one I have on display is a petroleum-based kerosene or diesel or up to and including old paint. We also have a wood-burning stove so that we can switch and send the appropriate element to whatever area, whatever the fuel in the area is going to be. I have simple materials for the young children to occupy their hands if you're putting a family of 10 people into conditions like this. Some of them hopefully are going to be a little bit smaller, and we need to make sure that they have things to play with. Simple tools, lightweight sleeping blankets, or a heavier sleeping bag or blanket if we're going into a very cold part of the world. We send mosquito netting if we're going into a hot climate. We send packages of wool scarves, hats and gloves if we're going into a very cold part of the world. And the tent that we're standing in can be supplemented with a thermal liner so that the same tent that is designed for a very hot part of the world can serve also in a cold climate.
Hi, my name is Brian Douglas with Gator Technologies. First, I'd like to take this moment and thank Star TIDES and the people here for inviting us once again. It's a great event. What we have behind me is our 2.4 meter satellite antenna dish. There is actually a dish on the inside. It's made of a reflective, flexible material, about the thickness of my pants. It's in the ball. Once we collapse the ball with the dish on the inside, we deflate it, take all the air out of it. We'll roll it up like a sleeping bag. It'll actually fit in this bag right here and weigh approximately 20 pounds. The bag will then go into this case along with the inflation unit, hoses, hold down plates, and this case contains our electronics with our feed up here. And if you have a modem or such, everything's modular, fits in here. You have a spec an, a high power amplifier, as well as the power supply. So you have a one feed, 2K solution weighing approximately 200 pounds. Unheard of for a 2.4 meter dish. We're keeping it inflated with our inflation unit back here. The way this works are there's two chambers. As you can see, the two hoses on the inputs. We pump a slightly higher air pressure into the top chamber than the rear chamber, and what that does, it allows us to maintain the parabolic shape of the dish with that higher air pressure. There is a slight pressure differential, it's very minor. We measure in column inches of water versus PSI, it's a little more accurate, and it's about a half a PSI difference. Again, this will all roll up into two cases. Setup time for two people is approximately 30 minutes, much quicker than a rigid dish. It's going to take you several hours to do that. We are currently online. We're providing Wi-Fi access to the area. We're working with Inmarsat. We're using their back end. We're actually gaining power from Solar Stick over here. So we've had some help out there, which is great. And that's about it. Again, I'd like to thank Star TIDES, and I'd encourage you to visit www.gator.com for further information. Thank you. We're good, Dan.
Morning, I'm Larry Rosenfeld. I'm the Director of Sales for HTT Global. What we have here for the TIDES demonstration is in our emergency management Quick Erect Shelter System, Medical Clinic, and Emergency Operations Center. Our project here for today was to bring a sampling of a medical clinic that can be put up within a matter of 10 minutes at any type of disaster scenario. We've outfitted it with a medical equipment, stage 1 medical gear, so it's an on-the-spot triage clinic as well as a clinic that allows us to operate in other countries with NGOs supporting doctors. You can go out for the day, set up this clinic, do a medical or dental cap, and then return in the same day because the time to put the clinic all up is 12 to 15 minutes, and then after that see patients and then move on. What you're looking at here is the medical clinic that we've brought to TIDES. HTT is the leading manufacturer of systems. We do everything from ChemBio to medical systems to shelters and the whole thing, power, environmental control. This tent setup that you're seeing here right now is an early entry package that's designed to be self-sustaining for 48 to 72 hours. Its power supply is being supplied by rigid solar panels. All of this configuration can be placed on one medical pallet. It's all man-portable, expeditionary, doesn't require a forklift, and can either be dropped in by a helicopter or taken there in the back of a pickup truck. It's designed to work and interface with the civilian and military management personnel for disaster relief. The key attributes for this is it's self-powered through using solar, as well as the ability that it goes up in 10 to 15 minutes and you can be operational.